This is a SandyBoy Productions podcast.
Welcome to the Urban Pharmacy Podcast, where we help women remove the overwhelm of living their most holistic life. This is the place to find evidence-based nutrition tactics, healthy lifestyle and wellness tips, abundance mindset, and easily implementable low-tox living strategies so you can rise up to your full potential and protect your family's health. I'm your host, Stacey, certified holistic nutritionist and better living advocate. Now, let's get empowered with some simple swaps that make a big impact for optimal wellness. Hey, Health Crusader. It is Holistic Hack Friday, and I want to share with you for episode 7, ways to reduce your plastic consumption. So let's just dive right in. I have a list of things that I want to give you to help reduce plastics in your life. And why would we want to do that? Well, not only for our Mother Earth, but also for our health. Plastics are typically laden with endocrine disrupting chemicals, including one of the big ones, phthalates. And if we can start to decrease this exposure that we have on a daily basis to plastics, because plastic is everywhere, then we will be better off in the long term, both for our body and for our only home, which is this planet. Okay, so let's just dive right in. Here's an easy one. If you are going to the grocery store, I suggest that you bring your own bags. You can skip using the paper bags or plastic bags and swap it out for some canvas totes and just stockpile a whole bunch of them and you'll be good to go there. All right. So the following one is bamboo toothbrushes. I have been using bamboo toothbrushes for a long time. They also make some really nice sustainable ones that are not full of BPA or BPS or chemicals that we definitely don't want to be putting in our mouth. And that brings me to the next thing. Switch out your kiddos' toys, especially when they're like 2 years old and below, for bamboo teethers or, other product materials aside from plastic, because when they are holding onto these plastic toys and they're putting them in their mouth, etc., they are being exposed on so many levels to harmful endocrine disrupting chemicals. And it's a really vital time for development. And we want to make sure that we aren't giving them exposure to harmful chemicals if we don't need to, right? So switch out some of your kiddos' toys. All right, the next one is think about using reusable containers for your kiddos' lunches. If you're packing their lunches and you want to give them healthier options than what is offered at school, consider maybe using the paper sandwich bags or getting a Planet box. That's what we have. It's a stainless steel box that has a hinge on it. It's really great. And we love sending Cohen to school with that because it has little compartments in it and it's super cute and eco-friendly and also friendly to our bodies because we are reducing the plastic exposure that we have. Plastic can actually transfer the harmful chemicals into our food quite easily. So that kind of brings me to my next one, which is try to seek just whole plant foods as much as you possibly can. At the grocery store, when you're packing them up, try to skip the plastic bags and bring your own mesh bags or just load them up in your cart without bags. It's a lot easier said than done, I understand. However, this is just little things that we can do. Little habits like this will really help make a big change in our life over time and also for the planet. All right, the next thing is to consider using bar soap instead of body wash that is in a plastic container. I love using my Beauty Counter body wash. However, I have been using bar soap in the more recent years because it's just a more sustainable option. And I do know that there are companies such as Beauty Counter that are working on refillable options. So if you can find a clean, low tox body wash that is refillable, that is an extra bonus if you don't love bar soap. All right. The next one is to consider using glass water bottles. Guys, plastic water bottles are such a pollutant to our earth. It is epically unreal how many plastic water bottles people are using. We do not need to do that. We can just buy refillable bottles and fill our water ourselves. It is so much more eco-friendly, and it is very much unregulated when it comes to the plastics that they are using to put your clean spring water in. You are very much exposed to harmful chemicals when you're buying bottled water. So I definitely suggest decreasing that in your life. Just don't even buy them anymore. Get yourself a few great water bottles that'll last you a lifetime. Consider using some glass straws or stainless steel straws. If you are using straws on the normal basis, you can definitely switch the plastic ones out for more sustainable options. We have a whole bunch of bamboo ones that we got from Hawaii as well, and we love those. And then another thing is to consider swapping to a better storage solutions for your food. So we switched to Pyrex containers a long time ago. And what I love about them is even though they have plastic lids, the lids are not making contact with your food. And so the big glass containers are where it's at for us. We also really love using ball jars. That is such a cheap, easy food storage solution. And you can do lots of meal prep using ball jars. You can store your grains and your beans and your nuts and your seeds in your pantry in ball jars. It's just a really aesthetically pleasing way to store your food, not to mention more healthful and better for the environment. All right, next thing is to consider, again, with the baby toys and the baby bottles, reducing the plastic consumption there. Let's just kind of go back to that for 1 second. Did you know that they make glass baby bottles? And like for our son, we use stainless steel if he was to be using a bottle or a sippy cup. Sippy cups are super common to be in plastic. I understand you don't want your kiddo to break a glass bottle, but most of the time, if they are made of glass, they are covered in silicone sleeves. So that is something to consider as well. All right, I hope that all of these tips helped you and that you can start to reduce the plastic consumption in your life. If you have any other ideas that you want me to share, feel free to reach out to me and I can share plastic reduction tips in my Instagram stories. Let's stay connected, be well, take care of yourself, and I'll see you next time. I'm over here cheering you on because you just finished another episode of The Urban Pharmacy. For today's show notes, head on over to theurbanpharmacy.com and be sure to join us inside our private Facebook group called The Urban Pharmacy, where we share inspiration, live trainings, and holistic living tips to help you build community and the healthy lifestyle that you've always wanted. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit that subscribe button and please consider leaving us a 5-star review. Before we connect again on the next show, follow me on Instagram at The Urban Pharmacy. That's urban with an H and pharmacy with an F. And I can't wait to hear your wellness journey as we get to know each other better. You know, there's truly no better time than now to level up your life, and I am so proud of you for showing up today. Until next time, be well, Health Crusader.